Okay, what are you watching?
Guess what? We found another crime documentary.
What's it called?
This one was
Ted
really
Lasso.
no. We didn't watch any more Ted Lasso. Sorry. I'm working on that. We found this one, and Mrs. Cheapy was super into it. It's called Love Fraud, and I highly recommend this one. This is about a guy who is he's basically a serial con man and polygamist. So he would meet women, like move the relationship incredibly fast to where he's like they're getting married within like a month or so, and steal their money and then just disappear. And he just did this over and over and over again, all around the same area, basically. And the movie is about basically the women learning about it and coming together and trying to get this guy arrested. And it's really suspenseful. It's super suspenseful. We actually watched the last 2 episodes. We binged the last 2 episodes. We seldom watch more than 1 episode of a show in a night. It almost never, ever happens. But last night...
What is this on?
This is on Showtime. I actually don't have Showtime, so I paid $7 to buy it. And it was worth it. It's 4 episodes. They're an hour each. Very well done.
Next time you want to watch something on Showtime, just text me and I'll help you out.
The $7 is fine. I think your wife would really like it, Wombat. If she likes... She might be into this because there's like the romance factor, and the guy is also like off the fucking wall. Anyway, it's called Love Fraud. The second thing we watch is on Apple TV, and that is called Fireball. Fireball something something something. It's a Werner Herzog movie.
Oh, okay.
And that was really good. We watched that with Ty, and if you're into it's about meteorites, basically meteorites and their effect on culture, and it's got a lot of great visuals and interesting characters. And I would say if you've got a kid I'd say 13 and up in terms of interest level, but it's really well done. Fireball. What movie, Wombat? Fireball.
Oh,
Could be two movies.
Oh, I can see it in my head too, because with
Fireball.
the booze and he spits up the
Yes.
booze and he lights it
Yes.
and he lights it on fire. That's Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes.
Oh, I had to like literally open file cabinets in my brain to do that.
Right. It could also be Running Man, I think, because isn't that guy named Fireball? And they probably chant Fireball at some point.
I'm gonna assume so, but I knew what movie you were referencing.
Yes. Okay. What else, you guys? What are you watching?
Okay, so I watched something courtesy of Shipwreck that I doubt he's watched yet, called The New Mutants.
This is a movie, right?
Yes. This is a movie.
Yes, this is a movie. It is the last Fox X-Men franchise film prior to the Disney buyout.
And it's like an hour and 20 minutes long.
It's an hour and a half. It was
That's a good thing.
It is.
It was delayed for over 3 years. Not all of it COVID related. Only about 1 of the 3 years is COVID related. It's not very good at all. But it's also, it's not that it's like, oh, this is terrible. That's not the crime. The crime isn't that it's just terrible. The crime is that it's just kind of there.
Do we know any
don't
of these?
Spoil it for me, because I am going to watch it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'll say the last like half hour, when it kind of ramps up, it's actually pretty good.
Who are the New Mutants? Do we know any of these characters?
And by pretty good, I mean it's better than the hour that came before it.
We know what your definition of good means.
The New Mutants are, let's see, you got Magic and Cannonball.
Cannonball,
and
I know.
Sunspot.
Oh, I know these guys.
Yeah. And was it Moonstone? And is there a 5th one? Or is it just oh yeah, and Wolfsbane.
Did some of these guys become West Coast Avengers or something?
None of them become West
Cannonball?
Coast Avengers. Cannonball was not a West Coast Avenger now.
Oh, he was always an X-Men. He was an X-Men though.
He's yeah. Mm-hmm. Same with Sunspot.
I'm not watching that.
I didn't say you should watch it. I know Shipwreck is.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
All right. Enjoy that.
I'm gonna watch it by myself because the Shipwreck might watch that one with me. I don't know. Right. If I convince her it's not terrible to start with, she might stick with it.
It's got the Queen's Gambit plays Magic. You can't go wrong with that. The same actress. So I don't know if you saw this on Netflix, GP. There's this new pirate documentary. It just came out. It's a Netflix thing.
Now, is this
And
a
it's
guy who dresses up as a pirate and murders a lot of people? Because if not, then we're not watching it.
It's a TVMA documentary about pirates.
Oh, I like pirates.
Well, and I was like, "Ooh, this sounds really interesting. I'm gonna put it on." It manages to be both vulgar and boring at the same time, and we couldn't even make it through one full episode.
Is there a lot of?
I thought
there's probably a lot of raping and stuff too. I feel like
there's some Bridgerton level sexy kind of stuff, but even that's like kind of eh.
Mrs. Cheapy refuses to watch Bridgerton, so we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying you're going to see it on there and you're going to be tempted, and I'm telling you it's a pass.
Gotcha. Okay, good to know.
But what you can watch on Netflix, which I watch, which you might find interesting, ooh, I can speak tonight. If you want to learn something, is The Secrets of the Saqqara Tomb, which is a documentary. It's 2 hours long. It's just the one thing. And it's about an archaeological dig in Egypt that occurred in 2018. Yeah, 2018, I think. It's new. It just came out in 2020, I think October or so.
How much murder is in that? Not much, it sounds like.
I'm not saying there's none.
I'm
going to say that, if you're interested in learning about ancient history, it's definitely you're going to sit there and just learn something.
Nah.
How many classic rock bands are in this?
There are none, but you know where I did listen to classic rock? I saw classic rock in the Gordon Lightfoot documentary that's new to Amazon Prime.
How's Gordon Lightfoot these days?
He is 83 years old and looks 107. But yeah, it looks like he didn't take much good care of himself. But it was interesting,
But you're complaining that an 87-year-old or 83-year-old?
83-year-old. Yeah,
how's he supposed to look? He should look like a raisin.
He doesn't. He looks like a toothpick, and he's got long
good.
hair for some reason.
It's good. Better to be thin at 83 than whatever.
Yeah. Hey, he's still kicking, he also has like 100 children that are not in the documentary at all, but they get brought up. Oh, and that's when I had a kid with this lady. But the kids aren't like, and when I say his kids, he's 83. So his oldest child is like 66 years old.
Right.
You'd think, they would at least try to interview someone but no, his children don't say a word. It's just a lot of, it's a lot of clips. They do jump around a lot.
You know what my favorite thing about Gordon Lightfoot is?
What?
That I have no idea who he is, what he looks like, or any songs that he sings.
Yeah. You don't know the record of the Edmund Fitzgerald?
You better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stair. No?
No, thanks. I'm good on Gordon Lightfoot.
You could read my mind, love.
Okay, I know the dance version of that song that a woman sings, but
yeah, they also went through that, all the songs he's written that have been covered.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
That's a long, long list.
All right, Gordon Lightfoot.
His only song was the Edmund Fitzgerald song.
And the Edmund Fitzgerald song and Endless Highway. Those are his four
How
number
old are
ones
you?
in the
How old
in the
are you?
US.
Are you like 10 years older than me or something?
I'm sorry that I know who Gordon Lightfoot is, the best-selling artist in Canadian history.
I'm supposed to be the old one here.
Yeah.
More
bigger
than
Atlantis?
More than Celine Dion?
I think he's bigger than, I don't know if he's bigger than Bieber.
Celine Dion?
I'm gonna guess that Gordon Lightfoot is not bigger than Bieber.
Or Celine Dion.
I was also saying I should specify in Canada.
Didn't you just watch a movie about this guy? You don't know if he's the number one guy or not? What was the point of watching the movie?
He's the number one singer-songwriter is how they position it. So I don't know what kind of nonsense.
Sounds like just a way to get you to watch his stupid movie.
I like Gordon Lightfoot.
I know you do.
I do. I like his voice. He's got a good voice.
I'm glad. If it makes you happy.
It was an interesting documentary. If you're interested in singer-songwriters that are 83 years old and hang out with Drake.
Nope.
Then
they're right about shipwrecks.
Shipwrecks.
That sounds interesting.
It's like right up your alley.
That's why I know that song.
I know.
Nice.
It's on my shipwreck playlist.
Yeah.
All songs about boats that have wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
There's an EDM guy named Shipwreck, and he spells it. He's missing a letter somewhere. I'm not sure.
I often have to do that when I have to input my name into video games.
Not long enough.
Yeah.
Is that you? Wait a minute. Are you the same guy?
Yeah, I had to put in my EDM name, but they only gave me 8 characters.
Right. Do you have a studio back there behind that screen? Oh, I forgot. We went to watch this that new Disney movie, Raya and the Dragon, Lost Dragon or something. I forget what it's called, Raya and the Dragon. But then I learned that you had to pay for that. It's not included with the Disney. It's called like, I don't know what they call
Disney Plus Premium.
Premium.
What the fuck does that mean? That just means you have to pay money a la carte.
Premium means you have to pay money.
But why does it have a name? Why don't they just say, hey, this is just something you have to pay for? It's not included in Disney Plus.
Because it sounds better.
Does it? Because then I thought I had to sign. It sounds like you have to something to sign up for again, like another level, but it isn't. It's just a one-off transaction to buy the movie. Anyway, once I learned that was the case, so I'm not, and it's going to be able to stream for free soon. Anyway, we watched Dredd on Amazon Prime. The whole family.
That is it. That is a hard left from Ray in the Last.
It is, isn't it? Isn't it? But it weighs in and it's felt 80 something minutes or 90 minutes. And that
movie does not stop.
It's fantastic. And it's pretty violent and gross. But
how does that movie look good in 4K?
Oh,
that movie
man.
is sort of
it looked so good. It was so good. It was so good. And what's his name? The guy from The Boys, Carl Urban.
Yeah,
he's so good in that, and you never see his face.
Have you ever seen him bad in anything though?
No. He was even good in that Fox TV show where it was him. He was a cop, and his partner was a robot. It was called
My Partner the Robot.
Canceled after one season. It was
Robot and Cop.
I forgot what it was called, but it was cool. It was good, and he was awesome in it. Anyway, Dredd holds up.
Robot cop, but not one guy. It's 2 people. So don't sue us, RoboCop people. I think was the full title.
Right. No, it was nothing like that. Because
I remember seeing commercials for that. I might have watched an episode of that. This is a long time ago now.
Was it? I have to wait. Carl Urban Robot Show. It was called Almost Human. And it was one season. And John Larroquette was on one episode.
Emmy Award winning actor John Larroquette.
It made my fucking day.
Dan. It was a Night Court episode.
As Dan Fielding.
He was the bad guy. He was a bad guy. He was great. It was so good.
He's always the bad guy.
Oh,
He's
man.
Dan Fielding.
I was so happy. I was like, Mrs. Chibi, look, it's fucking.
His real first name was Reinhold.
Interesting.
On the show, Dan Fielding's real first name is Reinhold.
But isn't that
That's the name of the creator of the show of
right.
Night Court as well. Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it for Watch This?
Yeah, Night Court trivia. I think it's where we end it.
Oh, wait. At Babas too writes in and he says, I started watching Outlander, totally awesome show that I would not have known about. That's the time traveling strong sexual content show with the horny woman, starring the horny woman. Mrs. Chibi doesn't like it. We're not watching it anymore. We've one and done on that. I don't know why. I think it was too horny for her. Something. Maybe you know what it is? She's probably worried that it's like too horny for me. And she doesn't want to have the show cash checks that she has to cash the checks, I guess. Anyway, let's move on to